Wellbeing tip number 10, allow yourself to worry. Now this might sound a little bit of a strange one because we're always talking about stop worrying, live in the moment, all of this. But worrying and feeling anxious is a very normal part of everyday life for most people, particularly at the moment. And we all have our own ways of dealing with it, some of them good, some of them not so great. Trying to pretend you are not worried or anxious is not realistic. It's still going to be there. So the trick is to find a way of handling those worries and concerns and dealing with them. One way of doing this is to allow yourself a certain time of the day where you are allowed to look at them and think about them. Then leave them and move on for the rest of the day. This can be really tricky at first. It takes quite a lot of practice, but the more you do it, the easier you will find it to do. So pick a time of day when you might have 5 minutes. Last thing at night is not ideal for this because your brain will not switch off and will overthink. Find a time, and at the beginning, you might need to do this numerous times throughout the day, but make sure you've chosen those times. First thing you do when you have a worry is identify what feeling you have. How does it feel? Are there physical signs? Are your shoulders up? Are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling sick or do you have butterflies? Are you struggling to catch your breath at this point? What's going through your head? Is your mind racing? Can you even identify the source of your worry? Every time you feel worried or anxious, acknowledge these feelings and accept them. Acknowledge what situation has caused them. So why are you worrying? Why are you feeling anxious? And then write it down. Then train yourself, and this takes time, to get on with the rest of the day, knowing that you're not ignoring that thought. All you're doing is putting to one side and dealing with it later. Do this as many times as you need to until you're set worry time. As I said, it might be numerous times throughout the day. When you're in your allotted time, read through the list. Look at your worries. Think about each of them. Give them time. Acknowledge them. Now, some of them will no longer be relevant because that time has passed, but some of them will still be very real for you. Allow your mind and your body to sit with them for a few minutes and feel concerned and feel the worry and feel the anxiety. If necessary, use breathing techniques at this point to keep yourself from getting overwhelmed. If you are finding it's too much, you might well need to put that one down again and come back to it later. Once your worry time is over, so you're allotted 5 minutes or however long you want to give yourself, get up, get on with something, be busy to make it and train your mind to move on from that. As I said, it's really not easy at first, but if you practice, it enables you to acknowledge your worries without having to live with them all day, every day. Give it a go. It might help.